ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति सपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So, Hare Krishna devotees, welcome back to the session 37 of Master the Basics of Sanskrit Grammar and Sahitya. Yes, Ram Tulsi Mataji, I got the message. Yesterday you were not able to join the class. No problem, you could cope up. You could hear the recording and study it. शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये. सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा. येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयं. वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थ प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. Yes. Okay, anyone has any questions from the yesterday's class? If anyone has, then they can ask now.
Revealed red faced people. The skin seems to be easily affected by atmosphere.
So, Samskrita Vangmayam, the whole corpus of literature of Sanskrit. So, that is primarily divided into two, Kavyam and Shastram. In the Kavyam, the mood of rasas, there are many rasas. In Sri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, written by Srila Rupa Goswami, he has written 12 rasas, 5 primary rasas and 7 secondary rasas. Okay, everyone would know this is very famous. And in the Kavyam, the rasa bhava is the pradhan. Yesterday I was discussing that the Kavyas, they are also discussing about dharma, artha, kama, moksha, upaya. But what is the shaili? How dharma, artha, kama, moksha, upayas are explained? What is the shaili? Anyone? Yeah, anyone can tell?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So Vedas do it by Prabhu Samhita, that is that way, and Itihas Purana by Mitra Samhita, and Kavya by Kanta Samhita.
Samhita, yes. What is the meaning of Kanta Samhita? So
I don't
Kanta means lover or someone beloved. So how a lover speaks to another lover. The shaili which is being used to to speak something when one lover speaks to another lover. In that shaili, the kavyas are composed. And how the Shastram, the Vedas, basically the Vedas are the Prabhu Samhita. So we don't have to question why do we have to follow that type. So everything is an imperative. Do it. This is the vidhi, this is the nishad. Do it. How the master will tell the servant to do some actions. In that way, we have to just accept it. So there is more predominance of that. How the master orders the servants to do something. And the Itihasa Puranas, so what is the Shaili? Mitra Samhidaha, or how a one friend will speak to another friend. So that Shaili is used in the Itihasa Puranas. Okay. The Kavyam are actually divided into two, Drishyam Kavyam and Shravyam Kavyam. Drishyam Kavyam they have more two divisions, subdivisions, Rupakam and Uparupakam. Rupakam are of 10 types and Uparupakam are of 18 types. Shravyam Kavyam. Shravyam Kavyam is so there are three divisions of Shravyam Kavyam. Gadyam, Padyam and Champuhu. These are the three divisions of Shravyam Kavyam. So what is Drishyam Kavyam? Drishyam Kavyam means something which is visualized, can be visualized, or visual poetic exhibition, visual poetic composition, which can be enacted, exhibited. So there could be some people who could play roles, and in that way there is natakam, many different types of. So these are all comes under the Drishyam Kavyam. What is Shravyam Kavyam? Shravyam Kavyam, the Shaili of Shravyam Kavyam is it's composed in such a way that it's pleasing to hear. It's pleasing to hear. And it's pleasing to read. So in that Shaili, Shravyam Kavyam are composed. That predominance is what? That the bliss we can get through reading, through explaining, through speaking, by telling. And the bliss, the ananda of Drishyam Kavyam is done by Natakam. Natakam, Prakaranam, there are many different types of Drishyam Kavyam. That can be enacted, that can be visualized in mind, which we are able to take bliss. So the rasa is there, and from rasa we get ananda. So this is the two divisions of Kavyam. The Shravya Kavyam, what is the meaning of Shravya Kavyam? Poetry whose perception of pleasure, rasasvadana, can be received from hearing from others or by reading. That kavya is called Shravyam Kavya. Okay. So the Shaili in which that kavyam is written, so that Shaili, so that composition, based on that, the divisions are done like Shravya Kavya. So how the dialogues, how the conversations are spoken, how it is written. So that is basically for the Rasasvadanam is done by hearing from others or by reading. Examples, Ramayana, Mahabharata. Okay. So in that way, these are some of the examples of Shravya Kavya. So Ramayana, Mahabharata, they can also be enacted, no doubt about it. But the Shaili which is used in making that Kavya, that is basically more pleasure, the Rasasvadanam we get through hearing, by reading it. And based on Ramayana, based on the story of Ramayana, many other Drishya Kavyams are composed. So based on the Ramayana, many more Drishya Kavyams are composed. So the dialogues, the different dialogues, conversations are so written in a way that in the mind we can visualize, oh, how Rama will be there and how he is speaking to Sita, how he is conversing with his mother, how he's conversing with other, you know, the other kings or other Vasis. So, so in that way, the visualization of that happens. So that can be done through the Drishya Kavya. Okay. Shravya Kavyam, there are many divisions. So one division is called epic, or in Sanskrit we call it as Mahakavya. Mahakavyam is written in cantos, divided in chapters. There must be more than 8 cantos in it. In the Mahakavyam, there is a hero with the qualities of like Dhiro Datta, and there are many qualities in Kavya Shastra. So the hero should have these qualities. And among them, among the Shringar Ras, Veer Ras, Shant Ras, Karun Ras, okay, there are many rases, and one rasa should be main. So one rasa should be predominant, should be denoted, should be, explained, or should be there in the character of the hero. So that rasa should be predominant, one rasa. And the other rasas should be part of it. Okay. So main rasa should be more emphasized, and other rasas can be just spoken at some places. So the origin of Kavya should be historical or words of gentle persons. And the fruit of the Mahakavyam is one of the 4 classes. The fruit of the Mahakavyam is the one of the Dharmartha Kama Moksha. And one more thing, shameful subjects should not be described in the epic. Examples of epics, Mahakavyams are Raghuvamsham Mahakavyam, Kumara Sambhavam Mahakavyam. These are all Mahakavyas. Okay. Then Shastra Kavyam, not Shastra, Shastra Kavyam. So how it is, the Kavya which have been composed for the access of other classical knowledge, for the knowledge of grammar rules, for use of words, are called Shastra Kavyam. So the Kavyam where the grammar rules are spoken in humorous way, or in a poetic way. Okay. So this is one of the characteristic of Shastra Kavyam. So Bhatti Kavyam is one of the example. Bhatti Kavyam of Bhatti Swami. This is one of the famous Shastra Kavyam. His Kavyam is composed by Bhatti Swami. And this Kavya is also known by the name Ravanavadha. So there are 22 cantos in poetry in which 1329 verses are present. The purpose of the creation of this Kavya is to explain the knowledge of Sanskrit grammar with humor. This purpose is also fulfilled. Okay. Then we have another type of Shravya Kavya. What is that called? Deva Kavya. Just as the Shastra Kavyam were composed by eminent scholars on the basis of classical elements, similarly, the Kavya composed primarily to sing the glories of the gods are called Deva Kavyas. Like Kavya like Magh, Kumara Sambhava, then seem to have been composed for performance of poetic excellence and not to describe the glory of the gods. So these are some of the Kavyam where the glory of the gods are not primarily focused. That's why they are not Deva Kavyams. So where the devotion has the predominance of the glory of God. So where the glories are spoken and the devotion is expressed. So that is called Deva Kavya. Okay, what are some of the examples I have written? Yes. Shiva Shiv Leela Navaha, Neelkant Dikshit. Here in 22 sargas, 64 famous Leelas of Surendra Natha Shivas are described. Then Hari Chitra Chintamani, Jayatrath. Here the glory of Lord Shiva is described. Here Anushtup Chanda is being used. Then Hari Vilasa Kavyam, done by Lolim Braja, author. Here a beautiful description of the Bala Leelas of Lord Sri Krishna has been given. Yadav Bhai Dayam, Vedanta Deshik. He has life and glory of Sri Krishna is described. So in that way, we are describing the glories. We are praying. Okay, we are describing the glories and we are showing our devotion towards the God. It could be demigods or it could be Lord Sri Krishna. So in that way, those kavyas are called Deva kavyas. Then Khanda kavyas. What is the meaning of Khanda? Another Khanda kavya. Khanda kavyam is one of the Shravya kavya. So in the epic or Mahakavyam, the entire life of only one or more than one heroine or heroes is depicted. In Khanda kavyam, only his one parameter is portrayed. So because of this, Khanda kavyam is actually short poetic work. Because in Mahakavya, where the totality of life is spread, there is only one aspect of life in Khanda kavya. And the Khanda kavyam is smaller in size than the wide-sized epic Mahakavya. Okay, so if you see Ramayana, Ramayanam is Mahakavya because there are many hero. Yeah, hero is a main, Rama is a main hero, and heroine is goddess Sita. And there are many other protagonists and the other villains, basically. So those who are playing, those who are there. So those are the examples of Mahakavya. Complete life is depicted. Then there are some kavyas. I think there should be Uttara Ramacharitam, I think. As I'm able to recall, Uttara Ramacharitam is considered to be Khanda kavya. So basically what Rama's life is depicted fully in Ramayana, so Mahakavya. But if you take one story, one pastime, or some sets of stories, pastimes, and you make into one kavya, so that is called Khanda kavya. So not whole life is depicted, but some topic you have, some pastime you have taken and you have elaborated it, and you have beautifully explained his glories and more different qualities which are there, which are enacted in the particular pastime. Okay. Then also we have another type of kavyam, Yamaka kavyam, Shlesha kavyam. So these are some different types. Yamaka kavyam is basically based upon some alankaras. So Shlesha kavyam, there also an alankara has to be predominant, and some other classical things, some other components of kavya shastra should be there in the Yamaka kavyam and Shlesha kavyam. So because alankara has to be taught before that, so I have omitted the definition for Yamaka kavyam and Shlesha kavyam for now. Later on, I will explain what is the definition of them. Then we have another kavyam called Drishya kavyam, or poetic visual poetry. The poetry which is relished by the acting of poetry and by listening to the conversation of the characters is called poetic visual poetry, like Abhigyana Shakuntalam. So there is one kavya, Abhigyana Shakuntalam. Shakuntala and other their stories are there in the in this Abhigyana Shakuntalam kavyam written by Kalidas Muni. So there are, yes, so this is when we are enacting. Okay, so then that is enacted by different the roles are portrayed. Then that is very pleasing to see. It's very much relished. The rasa which is there in that story we can get ananda through visual representation of the kavyam. So there are divisions of the drishya kavyam. There are two types of drishya kavyam. What are they? Rupakam and Uparupakam. So Rupakam means allegory, and Uparupakam there are some sub allegory or there are some allegories which actually are sub allegories, which are which follows the primary allegories. Okay, so allegory means what? When the poet imagines for the performance of poetry through his talent. So there are different types of allegory, and when poet is imagining, okay, how to perform this poetry, okay, how this can be enacted. So different allegories are there, which through which the poetry can be enacted. The performance of poetry can be there. So then that is called poetic allegory. How many types are there? There are 10 types of rupaka or allegory. They will be listed below respectively. Like other literature in the world of Sanskrit literature, allegorical literature is also rich. It has a special tradition of its own. From the point of view of popularity, allegorical literature has the first place in poetry. It has only three parts, Natya, Nritya, Nritta. Okay, so this is more subdivisions of that. It can be, Nritya can be done and Natyam and Nritta. So there are more intricacies about these three. Okay. So Drishya Kavyam has 10 Rupakas and 18 Uparupakas. So what are those? Natakam, Prakaranam, Bhanaha, Vyayogaha, Samavakaraha, Dimaha, Iha Brigaha, Vithi, Ankaha, Prahasanam. So these are the 10 Rupakas. And in each of the Rupakam, different components of the Kavyam should be predominant. And there are more things, there are more details, there are more characteristics of this Rupakam, which I would not like to go in detail because it will be a huge topic. So for next 10 days, I have to speak if I were to explain everything in detail. What is Natakam? So how many types of Natakas are there? What are the characteristics of Natakam? Which rasa should be predominant? And which Vivara and Samvara. Then there are some more things are there in the Kavya. Then Prakaranam, Bhanaha, Vyayogaha, and in that way, each of the Rupakas are different rasa, which has predominance. Okay. Then what are the Uparupakas? Rupakavat acharati, vyabhicharati, tad Uparupaka. So those allegories which act like the main allegories or which follow the Rupakas. So there are some small allegories. Like we have secondary allegories, you can tell. Primary allegories are 10 and secondary allegories are 18 in number. So Uparupakas Ashtadasha Prakaraha Santi, Te Prakaraha Sodaharanam Adaha Likhyate. So first one is Natika. Example, Ratnavali. This is the book name. Trotakam. Example, Vikramor Vashiyam. Then Vikramor Vashiyam is written by this Kalidas. Then Goshti, another Uparupakam. Raivata Madanika. Sattakam. It's example Karpura Manjari. Then Natya Rasakam, written by Dharmavati. Prasthanakam, written by Shringartilak. Ullapyam, written by Devi Mahadeva. Kavyam, not written by, sorry. Prasthanakam is a Ruparupakam and example is Shringartilak. Sorry. Then Ullapyam, example Devi Mahadeva. Kavyam, then Yadavodayam. Praying Khanam. Okay. So example Vali Vadham. Rasakam. Example Menaka Hitam. Sanlapakam. Example Maya Kapalikam. Shri Gaditam. Okay. Example Krida Rasatalam. Shilpakam. Kanaka Vati Madhavam. Then Vilasika. We don't have, it has gone extinct. Okay, the names also. Durmallika, then Bindumati. Prakaranika, okay, na prapyat, extinct. Then Halli Shaha, Keli Vaidavatakam. Then Bhanika, example, Kamadatta. Okay, so these are the 18 Uparupakas. So in that way, we have Drishyam, Rupakam, and Uparupakam. So done. Now, poetic work according to genre. So the Kavyam, the above mentioned poetic distinctions have been said from the point of view of the nature of poetry. Now, according to the style, again, there are three types of poetry. According to the style, again, there are three types of poetry. What are they? Prose, poetry, and Champu Kavyam. So, prose is what? Gadyam, Padyam, and Champu. Okay. In Shravyam, there are many types of Shravyam Kavyam. And there can be in the some kavyas Gadyam passage can be there. And there some kavyas are Padyam Kavyam and some kavyams are Champu Kavyam. Okay. What is the meaning of Gadyam? What is the meaning of Padyam and Champu? Let's see. So prose, in English we tell prose. It means Gadyam Kavyam. Like poetry literature in Sanskrit, prose literature is also flourishing. The use of prose was abandoned even in the Vedic period. A large amount of prose is found in the Samhita texts. The Atharva Veda, in that prose, so many proses are there, so many Gadyam Kavyams are there in Atharva Veda. Then in the scientific texts like Ayurveda, Jyotish, from the name of the authors towards verses, although the quantity of prose is less than that of verse, yet the prose part is also found in Charakas. So in Ayurveda Jyotish also, in some places, the Gadyam is there. Okay. And in Charaka, so the Charaka Samhita. Charaka Samhita also there, we have Gadya. Gadyam is almost like a sentence. Okay, example I will be giving now here. The verse text gives a feeling of happiness to the readers. The verse sets in the grove in understanding and appropriate by the shelter of the rhythm. Okay. So the examples from the development sequence of Sanskrit prose are like Ritam cha, Satyam chabhi Satyam chabhi tapaso dhyajayata, tato ratrya jayata, tatah samudrornavaha, samudradarnavadha vadati, samvatsaro jayata, ahoratrani vidha दद्विश्वस्य मिषतो वशी सूर्या चंद्रमसौ धाता यथा पूर्वकल्पयत दिवं च पृथ्वीं चान्तरिक्षमथोस्वः in the Dashamandala of Rigveda and in Krishna Yajurveda. So this is the example of Gadyam. It's almost like a sentence, but very klishta shabdas, very difficult shabdas will be used in this. Okay. Sometimes will be difficult, complex words will be used in this Gadyam. Okay. If you see fifth canto, in the fifth canto, there are some chapters where the Gadyam is used. Yes, you have noticed. So there there are some statements where the Gadyam is used. Okay, there are some sentences. Now poetry or Padyam. So Padyam means what? Chandobaddham Padyam. Okay, Chandobaddham Padyam. So that which is bound by the rules of Chanda, poetic meters, is called Padyam. That which is bound by the rules of Chanda or the poetic meters is called Padyam. The Gadyam is not bound. Gadyam is not bound by the rules of Chanda. But the Padyam is bound by the rules of Chanda. So poetry in which only verses are there is called poetry. Here the poet describes the subject through verses. There are 5 epics. They are in order. Raghuvamsham, Kumara Sambhavam, Kiratarjuniyam, Shishupala Naishadhiya Charatam. Okay. So these are some epics. So in these epics, so there are verses, or the padyam is there. And padyam is actually bound by the rules of chanda. Okay. So example, Harsha Charit, Harsha Charita Chintamani by Jayadratha. So this is written by Jayadratha, and he has written so the kavyam, and this kavyam is, there are padyams only. Okay, so there are padyams. So the statements where the poetic meters are there, the rules are there. What is the meaning of Champu Kavyam? So Champu Kavyam means the poetry in which there is prose, there is also poetry. That is a mixture of prose and poetry. It is called Champu. So where the Kavyam, there are some Kavyams like Ramayana. Ramayanam is Padyam Kavyam. So there is no Gadyam. Only Padyam is there. Mahabharatam is Padyam Kavyam. But where, like Bhagavatam, you can tell the Padyam is also there and Gadyam is also there. The Shaili could be different. The explanation could be different. That the way could be Prabhu Samhita or the Mitra Samhita could be different. But the Padyam are used and the Gadyam is also used. Gadyam is used in the fifth canto. And in the other places, Padyams are used. So you could also tell in that way Champu, that Bhagavatam, in that sense, we can tell that it's a mixture of poetry and prose. Okay, so examples like the Artha Gaurava poetry and Raga Mayatva poetry, both together produce more miracles in Champuka. These are some examples. So therefore, the Jata Kamala composed by Arya Suri can also be called the original source of Champuka. And Harishena's Prayat Prashasti can be considered as primary use of Champuka. Although the Jata Kamala and Harishena's Prayaga Prasthi are mixed form, yet Champu Kavyam was actually received in the form of Nal Champu only in the beginning of the 10th century. So Nal Champu is an example of Champu Kavyam. So where the Gadyam is also there and Padyam is also there. So that type of Kavyam is called Champu Kavyam. Okay. Then, now as we know, what is the Padyam? Yes, Padyam means Chando Baddham Padyam. So Padyam is bound by the rules of Chanda. Yes. Now, what is the meaning of Chanda? Chanda means Chadayati or Achadayati va iti Chanda. Manavan papakarmebhya Chandayati. Chandamsi iti Chanda. That which covers or destroys the sins of people, the sins of manavas. So that is Chanda. By properly understanding the rules of Chanda, by understanding, by even singing the Chando Baddham Padyam, these sins are destroyed. This is the power of Chanda Shastra. Okay. Chando Baddham Padyam. And the Gadyam is not made up of Chanda. So it does not, it has free will. Whatever, how much like you can write in a way. No, you don't have to follow the rules of Chanda. And Padyam is what? Chatushpati. Padyam is Chatushpati. Or Chaturnam Padanam Samaharaha iti Chatushpati. Dvigu Samasa is there. So 4 padas are there in the Padyam. Like if you see Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. So this is a Padyam. How many padas are there? 4 padas. In every padyam, there will be 4 pada. Pada means quarter. So Narayanam Namaskritya, first pada. Naram Chaiva Narottamam, second pada. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam, third pada. Tato Jayam Udiraget, that is fourth pada. So in that way, every padyam will have 4 padas. And Chanda is one of the Vedangas, is a part of the Vedanga. Shiksha Vyakaranam Chanda Niruktam Jyautisham Tatha Kalpascheti Sharangani Vedasyahur Manishina. So it is one of the Vedanga. So the the Shiksha and the Vyakaranam that we saw. Shiksha is the science of phonetics. That is Shiksha. Vyakaranam is grammar. Chanda is the meters. Niruktam is what? Dictionary. Jyotisham is what? Jyotisham, astrology. And Kalpaha, sixth Vedanga. Kalpaha, what is there in Kalpa? The Vedic rituals. How to do the Vedic rituals. When to do the Vedic rituals. Okay. So everything will be there in the Kalpa Shastra. And these Vedangas are protecting the Vedas. Okay. The Vedangas, what is the duty of the Vedanga? To protect the Vedas. In what now, as we have understood what is Chanda, what is the meaning of Chandra, and what is Padyam. So it is important that what is the parampara of the Chanda Shastra. Okay, what is the parampara? And where the Chanda rules are mentioned, where they are there in the Chanda, in the books. So Chanda Shastra, what are the Shastras? Chanda Sutrani. Pingalacharya is a prominent, like for Vyakaranam, Panini is the prominent Acharya for the Vyakaranam. So similarly for Chanda Shastra, Pingalacharya is prominent. Okay. And he has written Chanda Sutrani, where he has explained the different rules and differences between Chandas. Okay. So Pingalacharya, anyone knows, anyone has heard the name of Pingalacharya? Before? Who was Pingalacharya? Pingalacharya was brother of Panini Muni. Pingalacharya was brother of Panini Muni. Panini Muni wrote Vyakaranam, Pingalacharya wrote Chanda Sutra. Katyayan Muni, he has written Sarvanukramani. Bharat Muni has written Natya Shastram. Okay, Natya Shastram he has written. And in that 14th, 15th and 32nd adhyayas, these adhyayas discuss about Chanda Shastra. They discuss about the different chandas. And in Agni Puran, 328 adhyaya to 335 adhyayas. Okay, around 5, how many? 8 adhyayas. So around 7, 8 adhyayas in the Agni Puranam, the Chanda Shastra, the Chanda rules are mentioned. Okay. Then Kalidas Muni has written Shruta Bhotaha. In that he has explained about the Chandas. Then Jayadev Muni has Jayadevaha, he has explained, he has written Chando Vichitihi. Then Gangadasaha, another author, another Kavi, he has written Chando Manjari. And Kedarnatha, he has written Vrittaratnakaraha, explaining the rules of Chandas. So this is the Chanda Shastra Parampara. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, that's it for today. Anyone has any questions? From tomorrow onwards, we will be studying the rules of Chandas. Like starting from Indra Vajra Chanda and Anushtup Chanda also we will start. First of all, we will start Anushtup, then Indra Vajra, Upendra Vajra, then Malini, Shalini, Shadula Vikriditam, Rathodhata, And then what else? Yes, many more are there. Okay, so in that way, there are many changes, many different rules. Yes. Any question? Ram Tulsi Mataji?
शिखरणी चंद भी होता है ना?
Ah, Shikharani. Yes, yes. I was trying to recall that. Shikharani is also another chand. There are totally 20 chandas, 20 prominent chandas, and one among them is Shikharini chanda. There is a different rule for Shikharani. So, which gana should be there in each pada? How many ganas should be there in each pada? Like, for example, Indra Vajra chanda. So, Syad Indra Vajra Yaditau Jagaugaha. So, there it is explained Yaditau Jagau. So, there should be in every pada, there should be 2 taganas. Then, after tagana, there should be Yaditau Jagaugaha. So, there should be 1 jagana and gau, and then there should be 2 guru letters, guru akshara. So each pada should have this much, and each pada should have 11 letters. So in that way, the shlokas, okay, the padyam where the Shalini, where the Indra Vajra Chanda is being applied. So totally the whole, if we count the aksharas, then there should be 44 aksharas. Each pada should have 11 aksharas. Okay, so this is one example I give. Then for Anushtup Chanda, every pada should have 8 aksharas. And then in each pada, the 5th letter should be Laghu. And the 7th letter of the 2nd pada and the 4th pada should be Laghu. And the 6th letter of all the padas, should be Guru Akshara. Then if we have this type of system, this type of arrangement of Guru Aksharam, Akshara Vinyasam, combination of Guru Aksharam and Laghu Aksharam, then that shlokam has to be called to be in Anushtup Chanda. Like in Bhagavad Gita, we have many shlokas are in Anushtup Chanda. Whole Ramayana in is Anushtup Chanda. Okay. Then Mukundamala Stotram. In Mukundamala Stotram, you can find many types of chandas. Shardula Vikriditam, Shalini Chanda, Indra Vajra Chanda also you can find in Mukundamala Stotram. So, yes. Okay, that's it. Okay, any comments, any questions if you have, can tell me. Otherwise, we will conclude here. Yeah, I will request everyone just to be more the devotees. Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't come. So I will request everyone, please be regular in the classes. It also, gives enthusiasm to the speaker, and also it's beneficial for you only, because now there are only some classes left for those who are feeling very exhausted and it's been long driven. So if it's like that, then some few classes are left. Please bear with me. And we will complete. Many more things have to happen. So my main objective to this course is that I want to make you acquainted with the basics of all the rules of Vyakaranam and Sahitya. So if while you are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, while you are reading Srimad Bhagavad Gita, then you can you can just recall the rules of grammar, recall the rules of Sahitya, and see which chanda is being applied, what is the alankara, what is that in that way. And through Sahityam, I want to just kindle, just want to you can just by giving the introduction of Sahityam, so then you can also see many more, explore many more kavyas, and you can study different types of kavyas. Yes. Okay, vansha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.